Hey everyone, today we're making a delicious roasted cauliflower and miso Alfredo pasta dish. Now, this is an amazing dish. You've never tasted anything like this. If you're an Alfredo lover, this is gonna just blow your mind. And this recipe is made to pair with a wonderful Cab Sauv. Now, I'm using a Ancient Peaks one because I like my wine green, as I've talked about before. So Ancient Peaks, this wine is SIP certified. And what that means is that they're sustainable. You should definitely check out SIP certified to find lots of delicious eco-friendly wines. But let's get to making this recipe. So the first thing we're gonna do is prep our cauliflower. So take that head of cauliflower, cut off those leaves, start cutting off the florets, and then we're gonna add that to a large mixing bowl with some olive oil, some melted butter, some salt and pepper, and just mix that until it's fully coated. And then we're gonna add it to a baking sheet. But first I'm gonna show you my trick. So here's my trick. So we're gonna add it to a parchment lined baking sheet. And by the way, stay through to the end. I have storage tips for you. So I'm gonna tell you how to store your cauliflower, how to freeze your cauliflower. I got some other storage tips too, so stay tuned for those. But here's a little pro tip now. So parchment paper is a great baking tool, but it can be a little difficult to work with. Well, if you crumble it up first, then you can uncrumble it and it'll actually hold its shape for whatever you're using it in, whether it's like a baking pan, baking dish, whatever, makes it a lot easier to work with. So add that cauliflower to the baking sheet and then we'll go ahead and roast that cauliflower. We're gonna roast that cauliflower at 425 degrees for about 45 minutes, just till it's nice and crispy all around. Before the cauliflower is done though, you can make the rest of the ingredients for this recipe. So start boiling that water for your fettuccine. That's what we're gonna use for the pasta. So boil that water, add some salt to it. Always add your salt after the water is boiling. That will help protect the pan. Add the salt to it and boil that fettuccine. And now we're gonna make our cream sauce. I'm not even kidding when I say this. This cream sauce is savory and indulgent and will like blow your mind at how much flavor it has in it. You're gonna love it. If you're an Alfredo person, this is the sauce for you. Okay, so we're gonna start off with melting our butter. And then we're gonna add in our minced garlic and saute that until it's fragrant. Careful not to burn the garlic though, you just wanna get those flavors out. Now add in our cream and a pinch of black pepper. So go ahead and bring that mixture, the butter, the garlic, the cream, the pepper, bring that mixture to just a low simmer and then turn off the heat. And then you're gonna add in your shredded Parmesan cheese. Add that in. Now, here's a little tip about Parmesan cheese. When you don't get all the cheese off, if you have that rind left over, just don't toss it out. Throw it in the freezer. It's a great thing to add to soups. So like it'll just add a lot of flavor. You can just toss the whole rind in your pot of soup. So just another way to fight food waste. Okay, so you brought that mixture up to a boil. You add in your cheese. Just keep whisking in that cheese until it's fully melted and incorporated. Now you're gonna add in the flavor bomb, the white miso. So add in your white miso and whisk that in until it's completely incorporated into the cheese sauce. So take your fettuccine that's cooked. Don't toss out that pasta water. Take a half cup of that pasta water and add it to the cream sauce. And then add your noodles to the cream sauce. Go ahead and add in that roasted cauliflower and just mix everything till it's fully combined. Top it off with some chopped parsley, and boom, look at this gorgeous dish. Once again, this is a tasty, tasty dish. Okay, are you ready for your storage tips? Here we go. Cauliflower. So you wanna keep it in a bag in the fridge. It'll last that way for about a week. If moisture starts to build up, you wanna actually just put a paper towel in the bag with it to absorb that moisture. Florets themselves, about 5 days in the fridge in a bag. That's how long that'll last. But you can freeze it and make it last longer. Just add those florets to a baking sheet like we did for roasting it earlier. Instead of roasting it, pop it in the freezer. Let it sit there for a few hours, then transfer it to a freezer safe container and you can keep that cauliflower in the freezer for up to a year. So let's talk oils. Like olive oil that you're using in this dish, or vegetable oil, or canola oil, or coconut oil. So you wanna store them in a cool, dark place. What that means is, don't store them anywhere near the stove. Don't store them in a cabinet above. Don't store them in a cabinet next to it. It's gonna be too warm for those oils. Store them somewhere away from a heat source in a dark place, and they will last for quite a long time. Your olive oil can actually last up to 2 years this way when stored properly. Vegetable oil and canola oil about a year for those, and the coconut oil about 6 months. So that's how you can help fight food waste. So if you like this video, hey, you know what? Give me a thumbs up. Something that you want to see, always drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you like to cook like I do, I release new videos every week. See you soon.